I did a video a couple weeks ago asking you, what is your why? Because having a why, a sense of purpose, is really important. You need to know your why. And if you didn't happen to see that video, I'll post a link to it at the end of this video. But as a result of that, I was talking with a woman. In the course of the conversation, she asked me, what is my why? And I thought, what a great question. I've been doing these videos for a while now, and I've done more than 70 of them, and yet I have never talked about that. So today, I want to introduce you to my why. Carla Deering, my mother, the woman whose memory inspires everything I do to try to help people with cognitive loss. Hi, I'm Tony Deering of GoCogno.com, the website for people with mild cognitive impairment. So I want to talk to you today about how I came to begin writing about cognitive impairment. And I want to be very candid in saying that it was a journey that began from a place of complete ignorance and profound sorrow. It began with the death of my mother. And I've been thinking about her a lot lately because we're coming up on the 4th anniversary of her passing away. She was a remarkable woman. She was a great mother. She was a very successful businesswoman, and she was a tireless community service. In fact, her whole life was devoted to service to other people. You know, some people want to help, so they might volunteer at the food bank. Some people want to do a little more, so they might serve on the board of the food bank. My mother founded the food bank. She said, there are people going hungry in our community. We need to feed them. We don't have a food bank, so she started one. So when a woman that brilliant and that accomplished begins to slip, you see it. There was something wrong with Mom. And we all watched it, and we watched it in dread and fear, hoping it wasn't what we thought it was. But it was what we thought it was. And she went through a long, agonizing period of cognitive decline. She was diagnosed with a fairly uncommon form of dementia called frontotemporal degeneration. And on December 7th, 2014, she passed away. I handled it, all of it, so poorly. I knew nothing about brain health or dementia, and I was in denial. I let that lack of knowledge and that fear paralyze me. And after she passed away, I knew I had failed her. I knew there's so much more that I could and should have done. And every day, for about 6 months after her death, I beat myself up. And then one day, I just said, enough. Something good has to come out of the loss of such a wonderful, brilliant woman. And that day, I resolved that I was going to learn everything I possibly could about brain health and cognition and share it with anybody who might possibly benefit from that information. As a journalist, I'm in a unique position to do that. Whatever it is I want to know about, I can call the top expert in the country and talk to them and gain their knowledge and share their knowledge with you. So that's what I do on my website and in my weekly brain health email and in these videos that I do every week. So that's my why. That is my purpose in life. Every word I write is penned in the memory of my mother. She's not here anymore, but she's still here. And in all the work I do, I feel her looking down at me, and I know she approves. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll be back again next week to do what it is that I do, which is share with you scientifically proven information that you can use right now, today, to give yourself the best possible chance of slowing cognitive decline, or perhaps even halting it or reversing it. I appreciate you listening to my why today, and I encourage you to find your own why. If you didn't happen to see my video last week, I welcome you to watch it now, and you can do that just by clicking on that box up in the corner there. I'll see you again next week. Until then, as always, be kind to your mind.